Yo, what is good, Buckeye Nation? This is your host, MB. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. All right, let's get into it. So I'm probably one of the most positive uh, people about this Buckeye team. But sometimes I have to be brutally honest, with this team. We all have to be brutally honest with this team, and face reality. Marvin Harrison and the receivers have not been that good this year. These guys are clearly not better than Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and JSN. And we need to stop making excuses for them. Now, I want to debunk some narratives that have been propagated by Buckeye Nation and the media. Now, what are these narratives? It's Kyle McCord's fault. The receivers are getting held. Marvin Harrison is getting bracketed, and he's getting doubled. Which here's the thing, right? It's true. I mean, these things are true. These things are true. But as Ohio State fans, we never complained about Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, JSN getting held and bracketed and all this stuff. They just got open, and that's going to be the video. These receivers have not been getting open, and they just haven't really been the same the past couple years. We had three pretty much 1,000-yard receivers, but let's get into this video. Now what is the first? Let's talk about the first narrative, Kyle McCord, and it's Kyle McCord's fault, right? Which is, again, yes, we can blame Kyle McCord, which is true. He hasn't been great. He's not CJ Stroud, Justin Fields. He hasn't been like that. He's been very inconsistent. But at the same time, if you're the best receiver in the nation, or if we have the best receiving core in the nation, shouldn't they be able to help out Kyle McCord by getting open? Right? Shouldn't he be able to help him out? And here's the thing, right? And let me give you guys an example, right? Garrett Wilson, right? His first year with the Jets. Zach Wilson. We all know that Zach Wilson is a terrible quarterback. He's not good at all. But guess what? Garrett Wilson was still able to get open, and he was still able to have over 1,000 yards receiving, and help them out a little bit. Guys like Chris Olave didn't have a great quarterback. Had a 1,000-yard year, and helped out his quarterback. Again, if we have the best receiving core in the nation, we should be able to get open and help out our quarterback. The next point. Marvin Harrison is getting held. He's getting doubled. He's getting bracketed. Again, those things are happening. That is true. We saw that in the Notre Dame game. But at the same time, if you're the most dominant receiver in a top five pick, shouldn't you be able to overcome that and get open? I mean, he's still struggling with the same things, same things last year, right? He doesn't. You go and watch him. He's a great contested catcher, but he doesn't really get a lot of space and separation, right? He's still not great after the catch. If you go watch guys like Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, every time they had the ball in their hands, they could potentially go 60. You don't really see that with Marvin Harrison, even though he's much faster. He's a more physical receiver, and I just don't really understand why he's not getting separation and he struggles with physicality. I don't understand that, right? And here's the thing, right? You have to be able to find a way, right? You can't get held to 3 catches and 32 yards. Now, I understand that he was hurt for half of that game, but there were opportunities where he had a chance to get open. There was one-on-one coverage, and he was able and dominate, but he didn't, right? And again, we can't keep using this excuse while he's getting held double covered. But what about guys like Devontae Smith in this 2020 year? You don't think when Jalen Waddle was hurt, he was going off and defense were shading to his side and being physical with him? No, he still found a way to be dominant and win the Heisman. And we're not saying that with that. We have to, the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chases, the Garrett Wilsons, they're able to get open and dominate. Even though the coverage is they're shifting coverage on their side, they're able to get open and dominate. We saw that in today's game, we see that with Justin Jefferson every week with the Vikings. He's able to get open. It doesn't really matter what they do to him, and Marvin Harrison needs to understand that. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what the coverage is looking like, or if he's getting doubled, or if he's getting held. He has to be able to get open and dominate. I mean, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jason, they were able to do this all in 2021 and 2021. So right now, the Ohio State receivers have been disappointing this season. Marvin Harrison is not the best receiver right now. Not even the Ohio State receivers are not even the best receivers in the country right now. I have to give that to Florida State and Keon Coleman. Right now, I would not pick Marvin Harrison Jr. to be a top 5 pick. I would pick Keon Coleman right now. I know that's kind of crazy to say, but he just has not been showing that top five ability. Well, yeah, I mean he showed it in flashes, but just hasn't really showed it this season. They have to look themselves in the mirror and figure out what they're gonna do. They need to realize that they have to get better and help Kyle McCord out. And here's the thing: do I think they can get better? Can they get better? Yes. I feel like they can get better after this bye, but they're gonna have to look in the mirror. I believe that they can. Yeah, again, I believe that they can get better, and they will. They're gonna have to, especially against teams like Penn State, Michigan, Wisconsin. They're gonna have to help out Kyle McCord and get open. Penn State is a tough team. They have a tough defense. Of course, Michigan, tough team, tough defense. They're gonna have to figure out a way to get open on these guys. But that's all I really have to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.